Funny Bones. We got Cody Fisher on the deck.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Ow!
I left my musical talent at home, so I'm going to be doing some spoken word comedy for you tonight. So does anyone want to hear a gay joke?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. That was the joke. Come on, guys. Anyone? Four gays on a bar stool. Right there. But there's romance in the air tonight, guys. Valentine's Day is less than a month away. And the best gift I ever received for Valentine's Day was a little booklet full of naughty coupons. I don't know if anyone else has ever received this, but for example, one of the coupons was redeem it for a sexy foot rub. I know, calm down. But it was the best gift ever because it really showed how the romance was dead when you had to be contractually obligated to have sex with me. But needless to say, that relationship did not last very much longer after that. But I am dating a new girl now, and I like to say that I am head over heels for her, but she prefers missionary. But she's a great girl. She has a bunch of crazy stories that I get to use for my comedic routine. And one happens to be when she was in high school. And she wanted to be a babysitter like all girls want to do and all guys cannot do, because apparently guys babysitting kids means you're going to touch them. But she wanted to be a babysitter. And luckily for her, her community center was having free CPR lessons. So what they would do was they would bring nurses from the local hospital in town into the community center to teach them about CPR. And she was telling me that the first thing that they would do, the first lesson they would teach them, is the importance of keeping time when you're doing CPR, keeping the beat going. And apparently, this is true. Something they told her was that in order to keep the beat at the right time, it's important to sing one of two songs in your head while you're doing it. And I cannot overstate this enough, but the two songs could not be more polar opposites from one another. The first song was Staying Alive. So, Staying Alive, Staying Alive. Again, I am not a singer. But the second song happened to be Another One Bites the Dust. And I don't know a more terrifying way to die than someone pounding your chest. Another one bites the dust. 100% true. But a next piece of advice would be to gentlemen. How many guys do we have in the audience tonight? We have like one or two guys here? Alright, it shows. But the piece of advice would be, whenever you're going to buy condoms, I know not everyone uses them, but when you go to buy condoms, be aware of the other items you're purchasing at the cash register with them, because they may or may not increase the likelihood of the police following you home. You may want to buy at the store rope, duct tape, candy, and condoms. All separately innocent things. But I would recommend separate transactions, because you will be followed home later and have to explain to the cops why there is not a woman in your check. But I just graduated from Florida State University. Any FSU fans? Alright, one, that's usually how it goes. Two? Alright. But while I was in school, I studied advertising. And when I was a kid, I kind of knew that was the course I was going to take, because I would watch these commercials for different products and just think, I could do that better. You know, that's not creative enough. I could really spruce it up. And the one commercial I remember seeing that I just knew I could do better was the Klondike bar commercials. I'm sure we all remember there would be a woman on the street with a microphone. She'd run up to a guy and be like, "Sir, You look like a businessman in a suit. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Did you do a push-up? 2 push-ups? But I didn't think that was creative enough, you know? So, my suggestion was, instead of asking the businessmen what they would do for a Klondike bar, walk a little further down the city street and ask the homeless people what they would do for a Klondike bar. That would get crazy, you know? So, it would just be a commercial with, you know, the woman walking up to a homeless guy. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Do you spit in that guy's face? All right. So I really feel like that ad campaign would become viral. And by viral, I mean with hepatitis. The last story I'm going to tell you tonight is of my sexual experiences. My first sexual experience was very awkward. I couldn't look at my left hand for a week. However, my second sexual experience was with a female when I was in high school. And of course, since I look like this, it didn't look any better back then. It was dry hump. And of course, like a champion, I finished. But since I had then and continue to have a very rudimentary understanding of the female body, the next week and a half while she was of course late, became a hellish nightmare of searching the internet for Yahoo answers to the likelihood of a dry pregnancy. But unfortunately, I do have to say, she got pregnant. She had a baby boy. So I'm gonna tell, if you take anything away from this set that I'm doing right now, it would be, if you're gonna dry hump with your girlfriend, understand that it will, maybe not the first time, but eventually it will cause her to cheat on you and get pregnant. That's my set. Thank you.
Good stuff. Cody Fisher right there. Yeah.